Hey, what's going on? It's the Bearded One back at you again with a new video. Hey, so in today's video, we're going to talk about buyer representation at a new construction property. All right. So buyers, beware when you go into new construction. I'm going to tell you exactly why you need to have a realtor with you when you go into a new construction site. Okay. So I'll be right back and I'll break down what's going on. All right. All right, so before I get into today's video, let me tell you who am I. My name is Maurice Murphy. I go by the Bearded One. I'm a licensed Florida realtor here in the state of Florida, and I service the Northeast Florida area, which is all of Duval, Clay, St. John's, and Nassau counties. So what do I talk about on this channel? I talk about VA buyer tips. I also give tips for any potential sellers that are looking to sell their property. Also, I talk about what's going on in and around the city of Jacksonville. And last, but definitely not least, I'll talk about beards, beard grooming, and what I'm doing to my beard to make it look as best as it possibly can. All right. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, definitely click the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you know when I drop my next video. All right. So let's get into today's video. Let's talk about buyer representation at a new construction site. Okay. As a buyer, when you're going around and you're looking to purchase a new construction home, you're going into these home sites. You want to see what they look like. You want to tour the homes, and that's quite fine. I would warn you though to ensure that you have a reputable and professional real estate professional representing you or going with you when you go to these home sites. Because here's what happens. When you go into a home site and you don't bring any representation with you, as soon as you sign that contract and say, hey, I'm ready to purchase a house, at that point in time, it's too late to get representation. All right. So we'll think of it like this. It's like going to a court case where you've decided to represent yourself in your court case, and then now you're all alone. So that's what happens when you go into these home sites, okay, as a new construction home. So you're probably thinking to yourself, well, hey, what about the person that's sitting at the desk? Great question. So the person sitting there at that desk works for the builder. They have the best interest of the builder. And they basically say it in the contract that the site manager works directly for the builder and has the best interest of the builder when it comes to the purchase of the homes. So question is, who do you have representing you? I'll tell a quick story really quick. Had a buyer, we were getting ready to purchase a home, and then he decided, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold off my rent for a little bit. And he did. He rented for probably about 3 or 4 months, maybe 6. And then they started touring, him and his wife started touring new construction home sites, and they went into one, fell in love, and they signed the contract. So then once he realized he signed the contract and the representation, he wanted to come back, ask me questions on how to negotiate certain things he wanted in his property, certain things that he wanted to try to negotiate and maybe lessen the cost of certain things he was paying for. And I had to really break it down to him. I mean, sad as it is, I had to let him know, hey, I really can't help you in this situation just because I don't represent you in this transaction. I'm not affiliated with the deal, so, and I'm not being compensated. I really couldn't help him. I couldn't help him negotiate with that builder. I couldn't, I gave him a couple tips, but what does that do? That don't do anything for you. You don't know he don't know what he's doing. So it's really important that you make sure you have representation for yourself, just to protect yourself. Because like I said before, you wouldn't go to a court case without a lawyer. So why go to a new home site without a real estate agent? Okay, so that's all I have for you today. And in that contract, it explicitly says that the site manager or site agent represents the builder. So who's representing you? So ask yourself that question next time when you go into a new home and a new site that's being built. All right. So that's all I have for you today. Like I said before, I talk about buyer and seller tips. Also talk about what's going on around Jacksonville, and I talk about beards, beard grooming, and the products that I'm using on my beard. So click the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. All right.